Satisfy your need for happiness through your own curiosity with The Ranveer Show. I'm going to frame this question in a particular way, but obviously I'm asking you something deeper. Why is it that sometimes when you look at someone, you know that that person is a Shiva worshipper? There's a commonality. And I see this with a lot of Shiva worshippers recognizing each other. And it's a stark difference from when you meet someone who worships Krishna. Both are positive. Both are positive in very different ways.
Yeah.
But at least with Shiva worshippers, like the moment I saw you outside, I was like, he's like me.
Apna hai.
A little sense of detachment. When I see a Krishna worshipper, they bring a lot of freshness and bliss with them. And I love being in the freshness and bliss. But with Shiva worshippers, there's a sense of mutual detachment from each other, from sansar in general, the environment. I do believe that when you chant mantras internally, when mantras become a part of your breath, they say you start looking like the deity. But what they're truly trying to say is that you're gradually, very
Those
slowly,
qualities,
yeah, you're becoming the deity very gradually. How do you explain this to the West?
Like you may be very successful now. At some point you'll die. At some point people will forget again, So it doesn't mean you don't make a difference. But if you look from a bigger perspective, even this whole planet is a particle of dust, We are really not that important. We think we're very important. But just like there are so many people crawling on this planet, you have so many bacteria in you. They die every day. They get born again. They may think they're very important, but we don't even know they're there. So Shiva has that kind of detachment. Now, a Krishna Bhakt, he will have a different flavor. A Devi Bhakt, again, will have a different flavor. And there are stories, you may have come across those as well, of saints and sages in this country, probably other parts of the world as well, who had such a strong devotion to one of the devatas that even physically their body started reflecting some of those qualities, where their body started even growing into that form, where they started looking like, for example, I think there was a saint at some point, he was such a devotee of the mother. At some point, he got breasts,
Ramakrishna Paramhans.
Yeah, there are a few examples, but the same way, there are such stories where you can see that when it becomes so strong, so if that is possible, then for the mind and the emotions, definitely, So to them, I explain it like that frequency becomes, and somewhere it's not so difficult to imagine, because if you talk about, you have people around you who talk about investing all the time. Even if you never thought about invest, suddenly you may feel, I should get some shares. Or if you have people talk about cricket all day long, you will start thinking about cricket, even though you never thought anything about it. Yeah. That's why Sangha is important also.
I don't think the world is in the best place, both mentally nor materially. By material, I don't mean just money. I mean material reality is not in the best place when it comes to the world. So I hope that people find healing through conversations like this, but it's just a hope right now.
It's a time of transformation. And like we spoke, transformation is never easy. Change always comes with some pain. I remember about 10 years back, my master Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar once, when someone asked him about, maybe even more, 15 years or 20 years, that they said, 2012, they were expecting this big shift of spirituality. And then once he actually spoke about it, he said, don't think that suddenly one day people will wake up and become spiritual. He said, what is actually going to happen is you will see there will be more natural calamities. There will be other conflicts. Economically, for some parts of the world, it will be very difficult. So he said, basically what is happening is that all those things that people tend to rely on for their sense of security and stability will start shaking. And then when those things go, people will need to have something else to hold on to. And that's why even that time he said, no, we need to do whatever we can to share this knowledge, to be there for people, because if nobody's there to catch them, people will fall. And you see that now with pandemic, it was very obvious. People suddenly who thought that I'll never lose my job, I've been working there for decades, were let off. People who had a successful company may had to shut down. People who thought they're very healthy suddenly got scared, saying, even as a young, fit person, I may get this crazy virus. What if I die? Or you may lose someone dear to you. There were so many things that started shaking. And I think that greatly contributed also to what we see now, that people realize that, there has to be something more. Or they're waking up and realizing whatever I was doing this is not everything.
There's something beyond reality. If you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out these curated playlists that we've made especially for you related to the subject that was spoken about in this clip.